Today we are going to discuss the format of a notice and email. So first of all, let me tell you that the topics that you get for writing notice and email are related to each other. All right. So the topics are related to one another, very closely related. So we will see once I start explaining it to you, you will see that how the topics of notice and email are related to one another. So first of all, we will study the format of a notice. So what is a notice? You know that it is a small document where you have the details about a particular event that is to take place in future, right? So if an event is going to take place in future, then what you do, you write a notice to inform all the target audience about the event that is going to take place, right? So that is the purpose of a notice. So now let's see the format of a notice. So first of all, you will see a difference that up till now, we learned the format of writing a letter or the format of an essay. And the common thing between those two was that we started writing straight from the margin, right? We started everything from the left hand margin. We did not leave any space after the margin. But you will see that there is a stark difference when we come to notice, because you can see here we are starting from the middle of the page, right? So nothing is starting from the margin over here. So the first line in notice is basically you are going to write in the middle of the page notice, right? And you will underline it. So that the person who is reading it immediately comes to know that we are talking about an important notice, right? So first thing will be that. Then you have to write a catchy slogan for the notice. So whatever topic is given to you on which you have to write your notice, you will write a slogan related to that topic. And what is a slogan? Do you know? It is a short and striking phrase. All right. It is something that is memorable, so that once the reader reads it, it immediately catches the attention of the reader and he is able to memorize it also, so that it becomes easier for him to remember that such and such event is going to take place on such and such day, right? So this is the importance of a catchy slogan in a notice. So you will have to write a catchy slogan. Then you will write the name of the event for which you are writing the notice. So you will provide the details, the name of the event. For example, if there is an elocution competition to be held in your school, then you will write that it is for the elocution competition. If there is a debate competition, or you are having your annual sports day, so a lot of functions are held in school, right? So whatever is the event, you have to write the name of the event after the catchy slogan, and the slogan will also be according to the event, right? It should be related to the event. Then what are you going to do in the fourth line? Yes, on the fourth line. Here you are going to write the date of the event. This is the most important thing, because you have to inform the reader that when this event is going to take place, right? So here we are going to write the date, and the format of the date will be similar to how we write the date in a letter. So first of all, you will write the month, then you are going to write the date, you will put a comma after that, and then you will write the year. But you are noticing one thing, that in any of the lines we are not putting any comma, right? If you remember, when we write a letter, then after every line most of the times we keep on putting commas, right? But over here, if you see, you will put no comma after catchy slogan or after the name of the event, and even after the date, after you have written the year, you will are not going to write any comma, right? Now in the next line, what you are going to do is you will mention the time from when the event is going to start, and the time when it is going to end. So you will give the entire time duration of the event. For example, if the elocution competition is going to start from 8 a.m. in the morning, so you will write from 8 a.m. And if it will go on till 12 noon, then you are going to write 12 p.m. over here. All right. So you are going to give the starting time as well as the ending time of the event. All right. Then in the next line, you are going to write at, and then you will provide the venue where it is going to be held. If it is a sports competition, then you can write the name of the field where it is going to be held. If it is some debate or elocution competition or something, then you can mention the name of the hall or the auditorium where it is going to be held, right? So you have to name the venue. After that, what you are going to do, you will put a comma and then you will provide the location. By location, we mean that where that hall or auditorium is located, where that field is located. All right. So where your venue is basically located, we are going to provide the details about that. So you will mention the locality, the city. So you can write all these things in this place. That what is the location of your venue, because when you are telling about a venue that over here an event is going to take place, then you have to inform the people about this also, that where the venue is located. Otherwise, how will the person reach over there, right? So providing the location of the venue is also equally important, right? Then in the last line, you are going to provide some additional information, right? That who are you targeting with this notice, right? For example, if an elocution competition is being held, then it is being held for which classes, right? If it is being held for from class 1 to 12, then you will mention that this competition is for classes 1 to 12. If it is only happening for the middle school, then you will mention that it is only for the middle school students, right? So you will have to mention your target audience, right? So this is very important that you mention that who are your target audience, who are being concerned about the notice. All right. Then you will have to mention if there is any last date of submission or anything in the notice, that if the person has to submit their names for the competition, then what is the last date up till when they can submit their names for the competition, right? So all these details you have to mention in the notice. Now we will see, you have seen the format. Now I will show you ready-made format. So here, if you see, we are talking about an inter-school debate competition. So if you are given to write about an inter-school debate competition, if you have to write a notice, then what you are going to do? First of all, see, it is a very catchy slogan. We have put the slogan as war of words, because what we do in a debate, you know, that we argue over a particular topic. Yes, somebody is speaking for the motion and some other person is speaking against the motion. So we are basically arguing, putting up arguments forward. So we can call a debate competition as a war of words. So it is, see, you can see it is a catchy slogan. After that, what we have done, we have written the name of the event, that is inter-school debate competition. So from here, we get to know that what the notice is all about, what is the event that is being focused on in the notice. It is inter-school debate competition. Then in the next line, we are giving the date on which the event is going to be held. And you can see the format is almost similar to the format that we use in letters, right? It is June 5, 2021. Then you have to write from when the time from when it is going to start and its concluding time. So here we have mentioned that it is going to start from 9 a.m. and it will continue up till 12 noon. So basically what you are talking about, that where we have to leave a line. So after writing a notice and underlining it, you can leave a line over there, and then you can leave a line after the venue, that is over here. So you can leave a line at both these places. Okay. Wait. So after notice, you are going to leave a line. Then after the name of the event, that is inter-school debate competition. After this, you are going to leave a line. And then after the venue. So you are going to leave a line after three places. Note it down so that you don't get confused. First of all, after notice, you are going to leave a line. Then after the name of the event, you are going to leave a line. And then after mentioning the venue, you are again going to leave a line. All right. So after three places, you will leave a line. And another important thing is that for this on and from, you can see over here, all of you have a very bad habit of writing everything in capital letters. I don't know why. So please do not write it in capital. The O of on should be small and F for from over here should be small, because if you will write these in capitals, then your marks will be deducted. Okay. So please remember, do not write in capitals. They should be in small. So now we come to the last part. So after writing the venue, giving the location, the name of the city, you are again going to leave a line, and then you are going to mention your target audience. For example, over here, the debate competition is being held for classes 9 and 10. So you are writing that all the students of 9 and 10 who wish to participate in the event can give their names to name of a teacher is mentioned on or before May 21, 2021, right? So over here, you can see that the last date for submission will be there. Now we come to some important notes that you should not forget. So over here, the slogan should be catchy and appropriate for the event. Like I have already told you that it should be connected to the event. Don't write a slogan just for the sake of writing, that you write a slogan and it is not connected to the event that you are writing. So it will be of no use then. So there should be a straight and a direct connection between your slogan and the event that is going to be held. All right. Then the last thing, the venue has two parts. It is very important. All right. The venue that we are talking about, it has two parts. First part is the name of the hall, field, mall, park, etc. So basically where it is going to be held. This is the first part of the venue. And the second part of the venue is where the event will take place. You have to mention the location of the above places. So for example, it is going to be held in Liddell Hall, then you have to tell where is Liddell Hall. All right. Because you have to tell the participants that where the venue is located. So you will tell them that it is located in IPM International School and College, Prayagraj. All right. For example, if it is going to be held in Prayag Sangeet Samiti, something is going to be held over there. So if it is going to be held in an auditorium over there, then you have to mention that the location will be Prayag Sangeet Samiti near Company Bagh, right? So you have to give the location also, apart from mentioning the venue. All right. So you have two parts in the venue. If you see something is being held in Atlantis Mall, then you will immediately mention civil lines, so that the person who is reading knows that Atlantis Mall is present in civil lines, right? So Atlantis Mall will become the name of the venue, and civil lines will become the location, will be the location where the venue is located, right? So the your venue part will have two parts. First will be the location where an event is going to be held, and the second will be the location of that venue. So you are going to mention that it is located in civil lines. You can even write your school is located in Civil Lines, Prayagraj, right? Right. So basically, you can provide the details that where it is located. All right. So is everything clear in the notice? Should we proceed towards email, or you have some doubts? I have told you everything about the slogan, about the name of the event, how you will write the date, how you are going to mention the time from when the event is going to start, when it is going to end. Then you will mention the location of the for the event. You will also mention that where the venue is located. So it will be in two parts, the venue and the location of the venue. And then in the last line, you are going to mention that who are your target audience, whether they are the high school students, whether they are the middle school students, or whether it is being held for the whole school. So you are going to mention your target audience, and then you are going to mention the last date before which you have to submit the details and all. All right. And there should be a gap of 15 days from the last date of submission of things and from the day when the event is going to start. There should be a gap of 15 days. So all these things are necessary. Notice you can see is very small, right? It is hardly of 5 to 6 lines. Yes. All right. So there is one change. The thing I told you earlier, you have to follow that only. I told you, right, that the last date that you had to mention for the submission. So that is going to be a week before or 10 days before. All right. So that was the correct way. Over here, a lot of time has been given in between. So you don't have to follow this. All right. So the thing that I told you earlier, that you can give the last date of submission a week before the actual event, the date before the date of the actual event. So you can follow that format. All right. So if the event is going to be held on June 5, then the last date of submission can be 25 June, 27 June, 28 June. It can be anything. All right. It can be at any date just prior to a week or 10 days before the date of the event. So you don't have to create a gap of 15 days between the last date of submission and from the date of the actual event. Understood? Okay. Now we are going to proceed to the format of email. Wait. All right. Now you can see the format of email present. All right. So we can start now. So first of all, you can see, let me zoom it first for you. Can you see it properly? All right. So first of all, see that you have to start with the email address of the recipient. All right. So recipient is the person to whom you are writing the email, right? So first of all, you are going to write the email of the recipient. And what is meant by plausible email ID? It means that it should be a reasonable one, so that when a person reads the email ID, it looks real. All right. So don't write anything. Okay. Write an email ID that actually looks reasonable and it looks real in nature. Don't write anything abcd@xyz.com. All right. So don't do anything of that sort. Write something that is reasonable. After that, you have to write the subject of the email appropriate to the event. So I have already told you that the email writing and the notice writing are related to each other. So the topics are closely related. So first of all, you are going to write the subject of the email that is appropriate to the event. For example, in this case, an inter-school debate competition is going to be held, right? So now you have to write email to the principal of a school where you want to invite that school in the inter-school debate competition, right? So the subject is going to be according to that only. Then you have to leave a line. So over here, it is already mentioned where you have to leave a line. So there won't be any confusion because it is clearly mentioned in the format. After that, the format will be the same as you write your letter, dear sir, madam, and then you are going to put a comma. All right. Email, you have to write only the formal ones. You are not going to write any informal email. You are always going to write formal emails. Only formal emails are there in your course. So you will always write sir and madam after dear, and then you will put a comma. Then over here now you can see you are following the left hand margin rule. Unlike notice where everything was starting from the middle of the page, now you have come back to the original format like you write your letter. So now everything is from the left hand margin only. So you are going to write your first paragraph, then again you are going to leave a line just like you write letters. Then you are going to write the second paragraph, and then again you are going to leave a line. So everything is the same like you do in your letters. Then you are going to write your third paragraph, which will be your concluding point, right? In the third paragraph, you are going to conclude your email. And then again, after completing your third paragraph, you will leave a line. Then see, this is very important. In your informal letter, when you write to your friends, to your parents, you don't write thanking you. But when you write to someone who is not your relative, not your friend, you can say, when you write formal letters, then thanking you is very important. You will have to write thanking you. And then you have to put a comma after thanking you. Then you are going to write yours faithfully. So over here, you are not going to write your loving so and so, right? Because over here, they are not your friends, they are not your parents, they are not your acquaintances. You are writing something that is official in nature, that is formal in nature. So over here, you are not going to write all those things that you're loving so and so. You are just going to be very formal in your language. So you are going to write yours faithfully, and then you will put a comma, and then you will write your full name. If you remember in the informal letter, I told you that you are going to write your first name only. If you remember, why I told you to write your first name? Because then you were writing to your friend, to your parents, right, to your uncle. So all those people were acquainted to you. They knew you, right? They always know you very closely. So that is why you write your first name. But over here, when you write something formal in nature, the person to whom you are writing, you don't know him, and that person does not know you. So in these cases, you don't write your first name only, you write your full name. So for example, if Angel is writing, then she will write Angel Singh, right? She will not write just Angel. If Sneha is writing, she will write Sneha Prakash. So you are going to write your full name over here. And then you will give your designation. Designation means which post you are holding. All right. So for example, if you are a literary secretary of your school, then as a literary secretary of your school, you will be writing to the principal of a school that please send your team in the inter-school debate competition that is being held in our school. So you are going to mention your designation after you have written your full name. So this is the format of the email. So one thing also you notice that after your name and designation, there is no comma and full stop. So please, for God's sake, don't put a full stop or a comma after writing your name. You only have to put a comma after thanking you and after yours faithfully. After that, please do not put a comma. Okay, so this is the format of the email. So I don't think the email format of the email is very different from that of a letter. So it will be much easier for you to follow it, right? Okay, wait. So this is the format of the email, right? So over here, first of all, you are writing the email address of the person to whom you are sending the mail address of the recipient. So you can see it is written at the rate gmail.com. So it is looking something, the email address is looking like something that is reasonable, that is probable. All right. So don't write anything that is random and very vague. All right. Then you can see this is the subject, inter-school debate competition. So you will be very formal in your approach, because the person to whom you are addressing, that the person is of some repute, some authority. So you are not going to write anything that is informal in nature to him, right? So you are going to be using very formal and official language with him or her. All right.